So I purchased the Zoom Vomero in the Panda colorway. The reason I got these, basically they're on sale and I just wanted another pair, so I didn't kind of rock my photon dust ones too much, because I did wear those a lot, so I ended up picking these up. Reason being they're kind of neutral in colorway, and I saw images online with the weird leather upper removed, and I thought they actually looked a lot nicer underneath. Not sure why Nike decided to basically produce this with this weird leather wrapper on it. I just don't get it. It's just hiding like the best features underneath. I understand, they wanted to basically make the Panda colorway the star of the show, but they could have just done that with using the right colors. I generally just don't like the look of how it is, and it just feels like the leather upper is just kind of bolted on. They would have been better off just putting sort of leather panels on the actual shoe itself, but underneath is kind of more of a nubuck material anyway. It has like I said, it's kind of sort of fitted on with like plastic clips, I guess, and you have to kind of cut away with those with scissors, but they kind of sort of leave marks in terms of the holes, and then some of the sort of plasticky stringy bits you can't really sort of pull out. So here is with the leather upper removed. As you can see, it looks a lot nicer. Just the grey hues that they used and the white sort of mid cage. It's just a really cool, nice looking sneaker. Like I mentioned, the threadings for where the leather upper was sort of fixed onto it, those are sort of difficult to remove, and I'll probably have to find some sort of pliers or something to kind of pull them out. But like I said, looking at the sneaker, you can see all the sort of grey hits on there. It just looks really cool. The kind of like the white and the sail midsole. I think these actually look really nice compared to the other Vomeros that have released, and I think the simple colorways look much better on this particular model. I think in terms of sort of order, because I have the photon dust pair, the metallic silver photon dust ones, and I think those look a lot better. And they're probably like the top of my list, and then after that it would be the Supersonics, but I didn't really want to pay sort of 200, 220 for a pair of those, because I didn't, as far as I know, I don't think they release here in the UK. But this is a pair that I can kind of wear more often than the photon dust ones, because I just really like those, and every time I've worn the photon dust metallic silver ones, I've just got kind of compliments, and people love them, even though it's a women's sneaker. But with this one, like I said, it's more neutral, but I don't feel like, I think this one I can sort of wear a lot more, and kind of not worried about sort of keeping in my collection long term, whilst the metallic silver ones I kind of want to keep longer term. So here are the details for the Zoom Air Vomero 5 in the Panda colorway. It comes in a sail black light bone color scheme, and it has Zoom Air units in the heel and forefoot, and the midsole is made up of a Cushlon Nike material, and the upper is made up of mainly sort of synthetic materials, so the kind of some of the panels feel like kind of nubuck, and the rest feels sort of made up of sort of TPU plastic slash synthetic mesh material, and the price was £145. So in terms of comfort and sizing, these have like a soft to medium sole. They have good neutral support around the arch, which you'd expect from a runner, and there's kind of no wear in time with these as well. I think also you can go true to size, because they fit pretty well, especially around the sort of toe box area. They're quite a big sort of longer shoe in that respect. I find them comfortable. I have little issues around sort of the pinky toe area, because they're just slightly not wide enough, and that's even going up half a size. I feel like with Nike trainers, especially with the runners, you have to go up half a size, in my opinion. Not with all, but most of them. I don't find these as comfortable as a 1906R. It's kind of small nuances, but I won't sort of count against it. It's still sort of very comfortable though. It's a very comfortable sneaker at the end of the day. and it has good traction for running as well. So the grip on the sole is well made, so it should be fine for that kind of stuff. And in terms of the look and style, so it's a 2011 retro that's been kind of updated. It has neutral colours. Again, I kind of like that on trainers in general because it's just an easier to wear sort of thing, especially for a trainer such as this that can be sort of worn on a day-to-day basis. These are good for sort of spring summertime because again it's sort of the open sort of mesh material, good for sort of breathability, and they're lightweight. So for that reason I kind of put them in that wearing them in sort of the spring summertime. And I think these sort of look nice casual, really, because they've got kind of sort of grey hits on them as well, and quite sort of busy. You can dress them up slightly smart, but I think more sort of casual it works best with these, in my opinion. But you know, it's a nice sneaker at the end of the day, and it's basically a 2K runner, which is what's in at the moment. Because it's a predominantly white sort of sneaker, it's good with sort of black sail laces. I prefer just what's in there at the moment, which is kind of the white rope laces, but you could also maybe go for like a grey colour to sort of complement the other sort of panels. In terms of the pros, so it's a new retro, basically came out last year again, and it's lightweight and it's comfortable, and I think also the neutral colours is just a nice thing. The cons are the cost. I think for this particular pair is quite high because the materials feel slightly cheaper. I think they sort of spent all their money on the upper Panda leather material, which is hideous and probably needs to be removed. In all honesty, I'm not sure, you know, what they were thinking when they kind of produced that as a sneaker, and it just looks really odd in my opinion. And then once you sort of remove the upper, you kind of left with sort of loose threading, and which is kind of like the plastic threading that kind of keeps the upper on, and also the holes that it kind of leaves as well. So that kind of detracts against it in my opinion. But because it's a sort of neutral colorway, in terms of the ratings, I'd give the look and style a 4 out of 5. It's like any other Vomero really, but once you remove the upper leather, then they look really nice. I think it's one of the best colorways after the Photon Dust and the Supersonic, and then probably these. But you have to remove the upper, and then you have to basically be okay with the holes that you're kind of left with. In terms of comfort, it's a 5. So like I said, there's nuances. It's an all-day sneaker. You won't get tired of wearing it, and they just feel really comfortable. And sometimes it's like you don't really feel anything that you've got like a trainer on your feet. Quality, this one I'm going to give it a 4. The materials aren't great, but it's still, in terms of the tech, is really nice, and because it's sort of comfortable, that's the reason why I give it a 4. I think if it was the midsole wasn't as good, I'd probably end up giving it a 3, but the comfort kind of rules on that basis. And the pricing is a 4. I think like with all sort of retro runners, they should be priced lower than the new trainers that come out. So these should really be around sort of, in my opinion, the sort of £110, £120 mark. And overall, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's a nice sneaker. Once you remove the upper, it's a cool neutral looking sneaker that you can kind of wear and not be too worried about. I mean, I picked mine up on sale, so that's the reason for me is it was worthwhile. But if you can't pick them up on sale, then I'm paying full price. There's probably other alternatives in the Vomero line.